Good. So we're going to say a few words in the Schos of Refuah Shlema of Shimon ben Penina Esther, Yisrael Isaac ben Ilana, and Shlomit Bas Gittel. So I had the tremendous Schos for the last couple of days of participating in a conference, in an event called Rabbis Can Run. So there's about 40 rabbis from all over America, Canada, I think one for sure, Eretz Yisrael. It's an amazing concept. We all had to run to raise money for Olami, which is one of the leading Kiruv organizations throughout the world. 5K, 10K, half marathon. The day before the marathon, there was a day of learning with Rabbi Kellerman, Rabbi Akiva Tatz, with Rav Orlowik, and then there was and then we had some coaches. So here's the theme throughout all of the coaches, as in the physical marathon coaches. They all said something which resonates with all of us. There's going to be a time tomorrow, as in when we ran the marathon, that you are going to say, that's it. I cannot do another step. My heart's going to fall out. I'm done. That's it. It was a great idea, but my whole Rahman is, I'm not Usain Bolt. And without fail, and when that happens, you should know the following. You have Bechira at that point. Okay? If you listen to that voice, if it's the voice of the I, which I think we've spoken about this before, Rav Desta brings us down in Michtav Eliyahu. If it's the voice of the I, it's the voice of the body, right? It can nicht, I can't. If it's the voice of you can overcome this. And if you connect yourself to something that's not the guf, but something that's the neshama, and you've got donors, you can't let people down, you'll transcend that. It was an amazing experience because without fail, every single one of us went through this whole experience. The gun went off at 9 o'clock in the morning. There was a drone, amazing. We all had at some point that feeling of that's it. And we pushed through. So I don't think it's a coincidence, and I might have mentioned this here before, that Rabbis Can Run coincide with Parshas B'Shalach. Because I think I might have mentioned this here. Why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when finally the Exodus happens, we navigate out of Mitzrayim to Eretz Yisrael, why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu navigate the Jewish people the long way and not the short way? Okay, because as Mephoshim say, that had they gone the short way, they would have run into a situation where there would have been an altercation, there was a war, there's a lot of animosity in terms of tribes outside of. And the first sign of animosity, they would have said, that's it, we're going back to Mitzrayim. Better the devil that we know, right? And that's the lesson for all of us in life. And the lesson is as follows. And again, the Mephoshim say that they wanted to obviate that, and by the time that they're already in the Midbar, they obviously had started growing and the Shoma had started flexing some muscles. So I want to share something with you which I thought of during the marathon. Rabbi Weinberg speaks about this a lot, and I think it's relevant to every single one of us. There's a race called the marathon we ran, which is terrific, but there's another marathon, and that's the journey of life. Every single person here, for sure, more than once might have a proverbial spiritual stitch, where we land up a situation we say we can't. My organization's running out of money, how am I going to do this? This kid's not going. That's the time where we have a binary decision to make. And it's very, very tough. We're either going to say we take the comfortable route, which is usually a road of mediocrity, or if you want greatness, the price that you're going to have to pay for greatness is pain. That we were trained how to run through a stitch, how to run through, that's pain. And that's the journey of life. And at the end of the day, I think the lesson that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is teaching us in this week's parasha, that the coaches were teaching us, which is a pedagogical lesson for life, is if you want greatness, there's a price that you're going to have to pay for that, and that's going to be pain. And nothing that's worthwhile is going to come without pain. So for all of us, we should take maybe a lesson from the marathon, this week's parasha, that you're either going to be mediocre or great. And as far as I last checked the big book, there's not a single Jew that's destined, that's put in this world not to be great. So when you have that pain, when the cracks happen, just know, remember this, that pain is passing, but pleasure, both in this world and the next world, is forever.